me in bed with your stepmom, I don't give a fuck what you slept on. Got a couple debts to collect on, got a couple necks I'ma step on. Looking for a ledge, you can step on and spit more gas than the shit. We're live.
What's good, what's good? It's your boy Shady with the C.O.E show, represent Christopher Ortiz Entertainment. And today I got one of our very own in the building, Rogue Lucky. Everybody make some noise. Not for a stop, we're trying to shoot a podcast. Keep it going. So, tell us a little something about yourself.
Well.
All right, cool. Thank you.
That's it. That's a wrap.
No, tell us a little something,
Well, I have been rapping since I was 15, 16, somewhere around there. I heard Earl's Sweatshirt for the first time. Rylan, my friend, rest in peace, showed me Earl's Sweatshirt, and I was just about it. I'm like, all right.
You're like, I gotta put that sweatshirt on.
So, yeah, I loved his name. I loved his sound. I loved the way he put words together. I loved his really grunge rockish, but rap, it was cool.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
It just snowballed into now I just love almost every genre.
Well, let's get right into it. What is your earliest memory of music?
That's a really good question. My mom used to let me say the cuss words in
wow, Mom.
in this one song. What was it? It was an Offspring song, Bad Habit. It's like talking about road rage, and he's like talking about grabbing his gun out of the fucking
Why, so you still cuss?
No, I don't cuss anymore. I'm sorry. Okay, I'll try to watch my mouth. But yeah, it just says a list of cuss words in this one song, and I say all of them, and that's my first memory.
That's pretty fucking cool. I remember, Adrian hated cussing. All right, so one day we were rapping it was like a Method Man and Redman song. What was that? I didn't hear you. Shut the fuck up. And I needed someone to say shut the fuck up for me. So I gave him permission to say shut the fuck up so we could rap the song. So that's what that reminds me of. So how did you get into music?
Well, yeah, after listening to Earl's Sweatshirt, my friend Rylan, he would rap at these parties that we go to in backyards, and he's just this little white dude, just destroying everyone. And I thought it was the fucking coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. I was like, oh my god, I want to do that. I love words like that because I've always wrote poetry since I was really little. I learned how to write my first poem in 2nd or 3rd grade. It was about boogers.
Damn, bars.
And yeah, I don't know. So it kind of coincided. I was really bad. I thought I was really good, which is funny. And we would just go back and forth in our living room for hours. And he would be really good, and I would just say whatever
whatever came to mind.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, man. When did you start rapping? When did you personally start making music?
With you, man. The first song that we actually recorded was 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
More?
2 years.
Yeah, 2 years ago. We made our first song, Ace and Notes. It's a weed song. That one's cool.
If you don't know what weed is, it's marijuana.
Are we not supposed to talk about this stuff? Oh, we are. Okay, I was like, fuck.
You can talk about whatever you want.
Okay, cool.
I'm just being a smart ass.
Yes. That was cool. Yeah, that's how it started.
That's how you started rapping?
Yeah.
2 years ago?
Yeah, I was like,
Can you give me the exact date and time and seconds?
I can't, but I was working at Fury's bartending, and they were throwing this huge show, and they're like, okay, be prepared. I'm like, all right. And I was not prepared. I was not prepared at all. And I've worked in fast food, high stress jobs like that since I was 15, so since I had kids, I haven't really been working. But before that, just always constantly. And that was the craziest work environment that I've ever was at your show. And so afterwards, too, it was just cool. The rap was awesome, and I was like, the vibe was dope. And afterwards, we're all cleaning up, which remember, it was 3 or 4 in the morning. We're all still at the bar, cleaning up, getting everything clean.
And I hit you up because Kayleen told me about you.
Yeah, she hit me up. She was like, "Hey, my friend's looking for female rappers, and you should hit him up." And I was like, "Okay." And then I think I saw you like right after that too.
Because we had a show there. I was like, dang, it's weird how things just trickle down, you know, or it's like she's already gonna be there. You know? So I hit you up, put you on the spot. You got all nervous.
I was nervous, but I came over and I rapped for you and Ariana, and I mean, I think it was just like a continuous string of words all together.
Yeah, lyrically you were there.
But rhythmically, no.
Yeah, you needed some work, but but I seen it right then and there. I was like, oh damn. Yeah, I was like, she has something special. I was like, she just needs to learn to use it.
Yeah, I just didn't know how, you know? Just always be rapping with no beats.
Just rapping, yeah.
Whatever words I could think of.
But yeah, that's what makes it cool, you know. That's what that's what makes it really dope. That people don't understand how long we've actually only been doing this seriously.
Yeah, you know? It's cool, and it's already just like blossomed into this fucking.
But it's a good example of what hard work and dedication can lead to.
Yeah.
You know?
That last podcast we were on, shout out to them, but I don't remember their names. I remember the girl's name. D. Oh, Blazin podcast. That was cool.
Shout out to Blazin podcast. Shout out to Arizona.
Shout out to them. They're amazing. Shout out to Arizona. They were referring to their wall that they were drawing on and their whole podcast as an organism. And I was thinking about that, really hit me. I was like, it is like an organism. And what we're doing is like an organism, and it just continues to grow and grow. It's really cool. Yeah,
we're like an STD. We just spread everywhere.
Oh, damn.
But yeah, so I know you already said it earlier, but like through all of music and what you got going on, who are some of your biggest influences?
Freaking definitely, for like all, definitely Aesop Rock and Eminem, Illogic, Ciroc DMC, Snow the Product, Megan Thee Stallion for sure. Even though I don't rap about the things she raps, like I love her. I listen to her all the time. I love her demeanor, just how she is. Joyner Lucas, Royce the 5'9", definitely Vince Staples. There's so many more. J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar. There's so many. It's hard to think of on this.
What about Dan?
Oh man, yeah, no, for real. Comedically, Dan is actually a big influence. Yeah, and then also like off a celebrity level. Definitely the team, you know, you and Risky and Cito for sure are like, I'm like, damn, you guys have all the things that like I don't, and we all like balance each other out, you know what I mean? And you guys have, I don't know, just like a cool fucking style. We all work together, and then White Shadow and Chancho, I fucking love them too. You know, I'm proud of them, and they're doing amazing. And yeah, so Curfew, Just Breeze, definitely.
Shout out to Just Breeze.
Shout out to you guys. Yeah.
You need to drop more music.
Yeah, for sure. We're gonna wait.
Everybody make sure you hit up Just Breeze on his DM on Instagram and tell him he needs to drop some more music.
Yeah.
Tell him I sent you. Yeah. All right. All right.
But also my friend Rylan and my friend Justin too. They're big influences in my life too.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So how would you describe your style?
I've been thinking about that lately. I don't know. We listened to, me and Curfew and Dan were listening to Rogue Lucky Radio and Curfew Radio. And the songs that played along with on his radio station, I could see how, that he got put in those categories. I was like, wow, this is really good too, you know. And then we played mine, and the first couple songs were like, oh wow, these are really good. And they were all female rappers, and then it just got really bad really quick. And I was like, am I bad? Am I bad? So I don't know, man, but it's like an eclectic style, somewhat intellectual, somewhat just kind of fucking hood fun, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. I like it. It's really good. You have a great style when it comes to music. What you know? What so with your music, what kind of messages are you trying to push?
Definitely that you can keep going and should keep going, and that it's okay to feel your feelings, and that you have to work through them and rise above challenges and overcome and follow your dreams. Whatever your dream is, even if everyone else thinks you're stupid for it, if that's your dream, you should do it.
That's dope. That's dope. How's it feel being a female rapper, female artist?
It's bittersweet. It's like, you know, because girls, we kind of have a spotlight right now because everyone's like, oh, you know, it's something new. It's a brand new shiny toy to the music industry to actually listen to what females have to say, which is refreshing. But at the same time, there's still all those like old leftover stigmas and the way that you're viewed just as a woman, period, I think. But it's cool because I just get to be myself, and it's an honor to be able to do that, you know. And I'm lucky to have some like amazing men in my life, you know what I'm saying? So thank God that he put me in this team. But I know that other female artists have to go through some absolute bullshit with men that they work with in the music industry, and that's really burnt, you know. But I feel blessed, and I feel happy, and I see it as the biggest blessing and miracle of my life. And I hope that if we ever have to deal with, you know, bullshit for me being a female, then, you know.
We'll just kill them.
Yeah, we'll just kill them.
Not just kill them.
Dan.
You know, so, you know, you being a parent,
Mm-hmm.
how do you balance music? I'm pretty sure I know you go to school.
Mm-hmm.
You know, how do you balance all that with your kids and being a full-time mom, still making it happen? You know, how do you, you know, let the ladies know how you do handling it?
It's hard. I do it a lot of the times. I do it in like sweatpants and like clothes that I've worn for 3 days, you know, or like my house will sometimes be a wreck, but you just got to make sure that your kids are first and that your household comes first. And after everything else, it's like, I don't know, you got to budget really well because, you know, going to school, I'm not working, so I have to budget my finances and try to still make this happen too, which, you know, music and stuff. And so it's difficult, it's challenging, but we're making it happen and it's awesome. You have to, you know, choose to do the things that will help put you in the future. So it's like, if you have these big dreams, you need to actively be doing something towards that. And whatever that looks like, you know, like my best friend died, my grandpa died, while I'm doing all this stuff. And I was like, fuck, I was so scared. And I could feel everybody around me too. Like, fuck, she's gonna relapse, she's gonna fuck her life up, she's gonna squander her dreams. And it, you know, I took a big hit from it, but I'm using that pain to put it into my art to try to heal and keep going, because that's exactly what both of them want anyways.
That's what you're doing.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing, you know, so it's difficult, it's challenging, but I guess it's, you know, stupid, it's cliche, but yeah, you just gotta do it, you know. I'm learning. I'm not as consistent as you are, as Ariana is, but I'm trying to actively get there where you guys are at, and I hope to be there, you know. So,
Yeah, it's all about self-improvement. You know, you gotta work. Your only competition, or like, it should be yourself when it comes to, you know, trying to level up.
Yeah.
You know, everything around you should be inspiration.
Exactly.
That's how I look at it. Like, if you're way leveled up than me, I'm inspired by you. You know, I like to look at the moves you're making.
How'd you do that?
But I even look at people not doing good as me, because I look at the little moves, little things. Because I'll see little trickles. I'm like, oh, that's a step I forgot. I'll go back and use that step with what I'm doing already.
Fix what I'm doing over here.
And I'm telling you, so I like to listen a lot. Sometimes, you know, I do get people who, it sounds horrible, but I would say don't know what they're talking about, trying to tell me what.
But you can. I think you have the right to say that. Period.
So it's like,
you
know, and it's just like people who aren't doing anything with their life try to come tell me how to do what I'm doing in my life.
And it's like,
and they're trying to tell me like things I'm doing wrong, which I still take some of it in, because sometimes they are a little correct.
Maybe they're seeing something you can't see in your peripheral vision. But I mean, like, you can't take all that what they say to heart, because it's like if they were in your position, they'd probably fuck it all up because they wouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't take anything to heart. You know, I just look at it. Sometimes things might sting a little bit, but I just get past it because I just know it's nothing.
Yeah. I'm working on that.
And I look at the big picture.
You
I
know
know
how
you're sensitive.
Oh, I'm so sensitive.
You gotta have 100 people tell you how much they love you, and one person could be like, "You suck," and you'll cry.
I will cry too.
I'm like, you have 10,000 people here.
Nobody knows. Like, I'll be like later that night when I'm like laying down.
I'm like 10,000 people just said you're amazing. One person said you suck, and now you're crying. Be like, shit. 10,000 people told me I suck. One person told me they like me, and I'm fucking celebrating. You know, that's how I was. I said all I needed was one fan.
I've gotten better. Have I not? You know, I think I've worked on it because I was super sensitive.
Yeah. No, well, you're leveling up. You know, it's because growth. It's growth. You know, I'm glad that you guys, you know, our little circle pound on each other a lot. Helps build thicker skin. Yeah. Because you guys say some pretty fucking, kind of deep shit to each other. You know?
Yeah.
But you know, let's keep it going. You know, what are your goals in music?
Okay, so my goal for this year is to get my album out, and I want to make at least 4 music videos. I could have better goals than that because we can do that. Well, no.
We can knock that out pretty easily, but it's good to have goals. Just you know if that's your goals,
smaller.
It sounds better. It's better when you pass them up. You know, so it's like okay, this was my goal. Now I just tripled it.
Right.
Now you're killing it. You know what I mean? Now you're at a higher standard. You know.
Yeah. So I want to get the album out. I want to I want to get merch started this year.
Merch,
sure.
logo,
yeah, and those are the goals.
That's good. Those are your goals.
Yeah.
But where do you want to take it? Like, where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
5 years from now?
Yeah, 5 years from now, where do you see yourself in the music industry?
Hopefully touring. That's where I see myself touring.
Like riding bicycles towards in France?
Yeah. How'd you know? No. Yeah, I want to be touring. Hopefully in 5 years. Just hopefully
doing what you love.
Yeah, hopefully have like a good amount of albums out, songs out, doing what I love. Hopefully meeting some of my heroes, inspiring people, making fans, just rocking the stages like we have been, and hopefully the stages just keep getting better and better like they have been. So
yeah, that's good. Some good goals, man. Would you what kind of advice you give to some other rappers? What kind of artists, or actually, what kind of advice you give to female rappers? Not just rappers, female rappers, because I know it's a little different.
I would say work your angles. You can use what people perceive as weaknesses to be your strengths. To have thick skin, really thick skin. You have to not be so sensitive, which is the hardest thing ever. But you have to try to fucking be like, who fucking cares? Who fucking cares? Okay, I care, but I'm gonna do it anyways because I want to do it and I'll feel good afterwards. And those moments when you want to quit because it's too hard, don't quit. Don't, just keep fucking going.
For real.
I know it's stupid cliche advice, but I'm still figuring life out. So it's life advice, how you should do things. It's all depending on your lifestyle and where you're at and stuff. But if you can just make those small steps, towards the goal, then you're doing it right.
You're doing it, yeah. That's cool. So you've been slept on a lot. I feel like people sleep on you a lot.
I do feel that.
So here's this little music video clip right now that we're about to play for you while we go on break. Check out her new music video. Here's a little snippet of Slept On by Rogue Lucky. Let's go.
Slept on, 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 slept on. Catch me in bed with your stepmom, I don't give a fuck what you slept on. Got a couple debts to collect on, got a couple necks I'ma step on. Looking for a ledge, you can step off and spit more gas than a Chevron. Add a little fire, I'ma burn a couple of heads off. Now I ain't tired in a bitch, you can tread on. Whole coalition of bitches who hate me and all they dudes wanna date me. Lately screaming out rape me. Couple of players been trying to break me alive and awake, I'm all up in your face. I was born different, what can I say? Ain't a do breathing could get in my way. If you a man, you can rap on the stage. Born with that right, I'ma take it away. Give me that mic, you ain't know what to do with it. Do it for women and I'm overproving it. Look at that crowd, they over there losing it. Ooh, she a doozy, keep hitting snooze. You live for a lie, spit for the truth. Awake in the night and I shoot for the moon. Now I'm on Mars, I ain't know what to do. I'm at the everything I ever wanted. I am a problem, I dare you to solve it. Murdered my teacher and tutor, I'm here in the future and I'm just a loser with nothing to do. Bet you my eyes, you do it for views. This fire inside gives me life, who is you? I need a wand in a broom. Which one you bitches trying to get lit? Can't even spell cause you ain't write shit. I'll rap a book right in front of you, ain't scared of none of you. Smoking these L's and these W's. I'm here to trouble you, I'm here to murder you, I'm here to burden you, I'm here to bury you, light you on fire and laugh while you cry. Ain't even lying, I hope that you die. I am a tiger, just look in my eyes. Hunting you down, I'ma eat you alive. Slept on, 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 slept on.
Dang, that was a little snippet of Slept On by Rogue Lucky. Music video out on Christopher Ortiz Entertainment. So if you want the full video, go to Christopher Ortiz Entertainment on YouTube. So back to the podcast. Rogue Lucky. We right here with Rogue Lucky. So let's just say what motivates you to keep going?
Anger.
Anger?
Yeah, I'm serious too. It's like all the things that in your life that, when you feel like kicked down or fucking like you can't, or somebody puts you in a box, you're like, nah, fuck that shit. You can't fucking keep me down.
I got this.
That feeling.
That's dope.
And I don't know, just love it, man. I can't stop, even if I tried to. Even if for whatever, it's just packed it up right now. I was like, whatever. I would still write in my closet, I would still write poems, just because it's just part of who I am,
That's tight. So how do you stay focused?
Oh, that's hard for me. Usually you yell at me, honestly. that's real. It's hard. I'm trying to work on that, but I don't know. Lately, it's just like I'll give myself space for a couple things, and that's my kids, my plants, cleaning, music. And that's usually what my days are compiled of. And that's kind of how I get stuff done, because if I don't, then I won't do anything, I won't get anything done. I'll let my plants die, I'll let my music career die, I'll let my kids die. I would never do that ever.
That's pretty crazy.
No.
She's crazy. She is toxic. I'm
Yeah.
just kidding.
Yes.
Can
we cut that out?
I'm going to beep it out.
Just beep this whole thing out. I don't know.
So how do you stay creative? Do you keep yourself mad?
Well, it's my coping mechanism. Yeah, I don't keep myself mad. I take all the things that make me angry or sad or happy. I have a harder time writing happy songs. I think the happiest song that we've written so far has been Sunrise. That one, actually, it was really easy to write. The other ones...
It's all about the vibe.
Yeah, it's about how the vibe is. But usually I'll take whatever feelings that I'm dealing with at the time and try to cope with them by, making a song that fits the emotion that I'm going through. And it's like my anthem for when I feel that way. And I play it and I'm like, fuck yeah, fuck that emotion.
So all seriousness, I always see a lot of people, after you perform, they ask you if you have a ghostwriter. Do you write your own music?
I've written everything. You know that too. I've written
I know that.
Every word.
I just want to make it clear on this podcast. Yeah.
I've taken notes from people who I respect, like you and Just Reese.
Or we wrote
Perfume.
a hook together.
Yeah, we've written hooks together before.
But
or sometimes
yeah.
People will tell me, no, that's not it. Or maybe you should take that out. Or you're flooding it. But never they write it for me. I will then edit my own raps, So, no, I don't have any ghostwriters at all.
Y'all hear that? No ghostwriters.
Yeah.
I had to make that clear because you get asked that a lot, and so do I.
That was so crazy. I remember the first time somebody asked me that, and I was stunned. I was like, what the heck? They walked up to me and they're like, hey, so my friend, they didn't want to ask you, but I want to ask you, because we think, or they didn't say we think, but I know that they would say. There was no friend. It was him. that you have a ghostwriter. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, no fucking way. That sucks that people think that. But I'm not capable of writing something.
Nah, you got skills.
My
That's
own
why we had to make it
songs.
clear. So, in all music, you know, how do you like performing?
I love it. It's a high I'm chasing. It's amazing. It's unlike anything else. Sometimes, you know, it's kind of like, I was talking about it, like, you remember Guitar Hero?
Mm-hmm.
You remember how, like, if you're doing really well, like, the crowd
Pumps
is like,
you up.
you know, it really is like that. Like, I didn't realize until we started performing, like, the reason they made it like that was because it really kind of feels like that. You're like, oh, fuck. Like, you gotta do well. And sometimes you will do really well and you still don't have the crowd, you know? And that's hard. But you gotta put your heart into it. And
You just gotta brush it off.
yeah. And
Because some crowds just suck.
and yeah, and like some they just don't clap and they don't cheer or anything, and you're like, oh fuck, man, we bombed, I guess, you know.
Yeah, and then they hit you up. They're like, dude, that was
you
so
get a bunch
good.
of followers, and people come up to you and they're like, wow, that was amazing. I'm like, you could have clapped or something.
Yeah, come on, man, make me feel wanted.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's just how it is. That's why I don't care. But it is it does feel good when they go crazy.
Yeah, that
You
is
know.
a good feeling. That is a really good. That is like.
When you have them, when they had them chanting, you know, Street Team Worldwide, and you know, and
I was too pregnant for that
and
one.
Prince X, you know, they had
So
the
I
whole,
didn't see
they
it.
had everybody chanting C.O.E. and Shady, and I was like, dang, you know, and there was a lot of people there. I was like,
I was
damn.
sad that I had to sit that one out, but
It was one of the best feelings right there. You know, I'm gonna tell you that right now. That was a great feeling.
it looked awesome.
You know, I was
From
like,
the
heck
videos,
yeah.
I was so proud. You guys did great.
What's your personal favorite song of yours?
My personal favorite song of mine. Is probably the song that me and Justin wrote for Rylan right when he died. It's just a song dedicated to him and his life and who he was as a person. That one means the most to me.
It's just powerful, huh?
Very powerful. It got me through that moment
That's
because I didn't even want to live after I heard. So I found out what happened, you know. So I just clung to my music. It was crazy. I was when I was in that emotional state, I was clinging to writing like it would bring it back to life if I could get the song out well enough type thing. So it was like bartering, you know, which is part of grief. But we wound up making a really, really nice song. Then I think Mom's gonna like it a lot.
Good.
She's really going through it.
Yeah, well, I bet. Parent, you know, it must be really hard being a parent going through those kind of situations, you know?
Yeah.
You know, all I can do is pray for them, you know, and, and that's it. That's all you can really do is pray for others, you know? You know, you can tell everybody everything's going to be all right, blah, blah, but you don't know what their emotional state is, and, you know, and you don't know what kind of effect it actually has on others, you know? The body's very delicate. It's very powerful, but it's also very delicate.
Yeah.
You know, but rest in peace, you know?
Yeah. Rest in peace, brother.
But you know, let's get back going. You know, what do you expect out of music?
Like as a job, or like
Just period.
like music that I like. Like
No, what do you expect out of your music career?
Oh, okay.
that's a good question. I really want, I don't know if I can say expect it, because if like things don't go exactly to expectation, I don't want to be like it's a fail, you know, because already what we're doing has been so life-changing to me. I was thinking about it today actually when I was practicing what we're going to record later, and in the middle of writing it, I realized that if I was not doing this, I probably would have killed myself. You know what I'm saying? I probably wouldn't have been there rapping that song. Like, it was this really strange moment, and it was like, you dodged a bullet, for sure, by deciding to pursue your dreams instead of deciding to go back to your past and your old ways, you know? And it was just really profound. So I'm just blessed that we're doing this now. I don't have too many expectations, but I hope that we can take it as far as we can and get a larger platform, make it into a business, start making a lot of money, and start making moves towards, you know, the things I've always wanted to do with my life, which is help other people. So, you know.
That's what's up. Heck yeah. So, you know, what is your favorite thing about being an artist?
It's like that double-edged sword that you're so different that, you know, hardly anybody understands you. You feel kind of like an alien. But then you meet other artists and it's like, oh, your brain works the same way too, so I'm not alone. There's this cool network of strange thinking people that are not made for the rest of the world, you know? We're not made to be in cubicles, you know? We're not. Some people do that and they make great lives for themselves, and that's what they want to do. But I just like, when you're an artist,
When you're an artist, you're like a programmer.
Yeah, it's
you know, and everything else is just programmed. You know, everything is set to live one way and one way only. Mm-hmm. You know, you work, you go to school, you live this job, and then you die. You have family, kids, blah blah blah. I mean, with the artist, you know, it's a lot different. You know, you see things in a whole another way instead of just like that. You know, because you're constantly trying to be creative, so you just want to create. You know, and that's just like, for instance, like this podcast, music, photography, DJing, you know, everything.
It's just something in it. You need to create something.
You just got to keep going, you know, like, and it's just, it gets bigger. Every time it gets bigger, more strategic, you know, and it's like, it's just important to move like that.
Yeah.
But, let me see. So, what do you, what's it called? Actually, we got to wrap it up here soon. I got to go to basketball practice. I was losing track of time, but you can still go. But, you know, let everybody know your social media.
So, my Instagram is RogueLucky82. Facebook, you can find me Kayla Bradley or RogueLucky C.O.E. All one word. I think it's Rogue space Lucky C.O.E. is attached to that.
How do they find your music?
It's on all streaming platforms: Spotify, YouTube. I think I'm on there's some stuff on SoundCloud.
All streaming platforms. Yeah. Just let's make her think real quick.
Only two that I use.
You got any shout outs you want to give?
Shout out to Chris for doing all this stuff and making everything happen. Shout out C.O.E, Risky Loke, Cito. Wait, who's all on the team? Shady, John Show, White Shadow. Love you guys. Sorry, I'm high. Don't be mad at me. Shout out to all the other people who are supporting us. You know, our fans. Shout out to God. Shout out to all of our friends who died. Shout out to Oprah Winfrey. Shout out to... All right.
No, but for real, hey, thank you to everybody that's been supporting. Shout out to my wife. Shout out to It's a Boat Thing, her business. You know, they've been supporting us. So that's our main sponsors. Of course, Ortiz Entertainment. Shout out to the whole camp, the C.O.E camp. And just, I want to say it's a blessing to be able to do all this stuff. And just stay tuned. We got a lot going on. We got a lot more shows. We got a lot. Okay, and just keep watching us and have a wonderful day. Let's go.
Born road lucky, ain't no one above me. Eyes above, so below, what you want from me? We go toe to toe, dancing on the beat. Got a ballerina flow with some sneakers on my feet. Really UFC, bro, please don't fuck with me. Survival of the fittest, can I get a witness? Real, see it real, but you wouldn't know the difference. Time to feel my shoes, that's probably where you're tripping. I'm toe tagging, let's go. I stay got to be slapping, you know. R.I.P. to the ghost, shout out to the goats. And I ain't gonna tell you if you know, then you know. I'm the needle in a haystack, show me where the pain's at. I'ma need the brains getting crazy like a stray cat. Catch me backstage, huffing paint from a spray can. I came from a place where the chains break. Headed straight to the main stage, straight to the mainframe. Boy, you better maintain. I'ma hit the propane, let me spit the butane. Leave you like Ukraine.
Heroin flow, got you hooked, watch you smack. I'ma hit him from the inside, that's how I attack. I'ma hit it from the side, cause
she like it like that. I'ma beat the pussy up, I'ma break that bitch back. She said I'm the bomb like American Iraq. Going off in this bitch like a fucking life hack. Doing what I do, cause I got it like that. Ran up on the booth, this a fucking mic check. Came from the rags, now on my own path. Stop doing drugs, I'm trying to die like my dad. Said fuck being sad, I'ma get the bag. I'ma get the bag, yeah, I get the bag. OG pushing big stacks, manifested this alley big man. 13 years old with bricks up swag, ain't a big lie. Now I'm smoking shit I can't pronounce in a zigzag. Ugh.